cappuccino?
Gettoknowme.
It's Leah, L-E-A. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. I just want to say that we've reached 50 subscribers and I'm so happy and I love you guys so much and thank you for all the support. So I thought it was about time to do a bit of a Q&A so that you guys could get to know me a little bit better. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to do this video. I think it's going to turn out great. I got my Starbucks and I'm going to jump right into it because I don't want it to be too long. So I've got a bunch of questions here that I'm going to answer, and yeah, if you have any more questions, just leave them down in the comments and maybe I'll do a part 2 or I'll answer them in the comments and get back to you. So the first question I've got is, where were you born? So I was born in Pretoria in South Africa. And I've basically lived here my whole life, except between the ages of 6 and 12 we actually stayed in England. My dad got a job there and we moved, and that's why I've got a bit of a strange accent. It's not 100% South African, but yeah, so for most of my life I've been in South Africa, but between the age of 6 and 12 I did stay in England, and I was born, like I said, in Pretoria. What is your job? Do you do YouTube full-time? So I do not do YouTube full-time. I am a full-time financial administrator for a small company. I then do YouTube on the side, and I also do makeup for photo shoots. So I've got quite a few jobs, but excuse me, I guess you could say my main job is always being a mom, because that takes up the most of my time. Next is, how come Marco is hardly in the videos? So I actually get asked this quite often, and the truth is that Marco's an extreme introvert. He even hates photos being taken of him. So yeah, he's very camera shy. He prefers not to be on the camera, but he helps me so much in the background, like you guys have no idea. He helps me with the editing and everything of all my videos. He's definitely my biggest supporter. So yeah, I love you, dude. So yeah, thanks. Thank you to Marco for always being there, and you'll see him now and then on camera. I'm still trying very hard to convince him to do some videos with me, but I think that's going to take some time. How many siblings do you have, and does your partner have any? So I have one brother, his name is Shakil. He's 22 years old, we're very close. So he's my younger brother. And then Marco doesn't have any siblings on his mother's side, but he does have 2 stepsisters from his stepdad's side. They actually stay in Italy. Their names is Patricia and Isabella. I miss them so much. They were also my bridesmaids at our wedding. Do you collect anything, and if so, what? So the only thing I collect is handbags. I collect a lot of handbags, and I'll do a video on them still, but everything is in storage at the moment. Have you always stayed with your in-laws, and do you plan on moving out? So we have not always stayed with our in-laws. They actually stay overseas a lot of the time. We've been staying here for the last year. It's actually been a year. I think it was on Friday. It's been a year since we moved here. We used to stay in a small apartment in Pretoria, And what happened was that we got tired of paying rent and were planning to buy. In the end, things came down to us and my in-laws deciding to build a house together so that whenever they do come to South Africa, they would have a place to stay, a home to stay at, and we would also then have the house full time. And basically what happened is we ran into a lot of problems with our builders and things got a bit out of hand, so it's been taking us like over 2 years to build. When we left our apartment, they actually said that within 2 weeks of us moving out, the house would be ready. That was a year ago. I can't say too much about it because there's a lot of legal things involved, but in the end we've got new contractors now and they've been working so hard to get the house done, and we are looking to move in a couple of months, depending on how that goes, but everything's been going really smoothly. And so no, we don't plan to stay with them for much longer. We also don't know how long they're still going to be in South Africa. So yeah, we're very excited for the house. We've got some great videos coming. I'll do an empty house tour and everything, and if you want me to do a video of our experience building in South Africa, let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride, but we're almost at the end, so I'm very excited to do that. Then who said I love you first? So Mark actually said I love you first, but it was over the phone and it was very early in our relationship, so I wasn't ready to say it back, so I kind of just hung up the phone. I was like, okay, bye, and I hung up. And then a month later we were together, and then he said it to me again, and I was like, you know, I really am head over heels for this guy. And so I said it back, and now we're married with 2 kids and we're very happy. So yeah, it was actually Margaret that said it first. Do you want more kids? No. The answer is no. I do not want any more children. I am very happy with the 2 boys. I've always wanted 2 boys. That's what I got, and I'm done. I will definitely be doing everything to prevent getting more kids. I think I was a bit too traumatized with both of their births that I'm just not ready to go through that again. So yeah, I'm definitely not trying to have any more kids. I don't want any more kids. What are my favorite childhood memories? So I've got a few. I think my memories are different for each person that was in my life. Like with my mom, something that I don't know, I always remembered was she did the funniest Daffy Duck impressions, and for some reason that always makes me think of her. I also remember like waking up on a Sunday and smelling all the food. She always used to make these huge Sunday lunches, and I think that's where I got my love for baking and cooking and things. With my brother, it would have been like we always used to walk to the shop and have these deep conversations, and we've always been pretty close. We do fight really bad, but we've always been pretty close. And then with my dad, my dad was a funny character. I remember always, like, whenever I had boys that were friends coming to visit, like, he always used to intimidate them so bad. And I remember there was even a time that he chased a boy around with a baseball bat, like jokingly, but it was very funny. He always used to intimidate them at first, and then by the end of the night, the guys would be chilling with my dad and they wouldn't even be worried about like me or my friends or anyone. It even reached a point where some of them would just come to see him. So that's always good memories that I have of him. What was my first job? My first job was actually in 2012. I was a waitress at a restaurant called Amazon, and I was actually in matric, so I was doing my matric and waitressing at the same time. And we didn't have a lot of money, so if I wanted to go to my matric ball, which is kind of the same as prom, I had to pay for it myself, and that's what I did. And I worked really hard, passed my matric, partied really hard, and did a lot of things happened to me in that year. But I managed to get enough money to pay for everything I needed for my matric. Or how was the move to England and what was it like there? So I was like 6 years old when we left. I was so small, like I really wasn't I didn't really understand what was going on. I don't think it affected me as much as you think. I think the only thing that really affected me was that I was at a very important developmental stage at that point, so a lot of my characteristics changed. Being in England, my accent changed, like everything changed because of it. But I don't think the move was necessarily hard because I was so young. I think moving back and adjusting to the lifestyle here again was harder for me than the other way around. It was nice there, but very cold, very grey. I was really young when we stayed there, so I don't think I fully got to experience it. But yeah, I think it was nice. It was a great experience to have. What would be my dream job? So my dream job would either be to be a teacher, like preschool level. That's always been one of my dreams. And then if not that, then I would love to do YouTube full time because I just enjoy it so much. So it's a newfound passion that I've got, and I just love creating content. I love being able to like tap into that creative side. It's just been so much fun. And then last question is, what would be my dream living location? So for me, South Africa's always been my #1 home. Like, we've traveled quite a bit, but I don't see myself ever leaving South Africa. So I think my dream place to live will always be in South Africa at home. But I definitely do like to travel, and we will travel a lot, and we do want to see a lot of the world, so we probably will still do that. But I don't think I'd necessarily be quick to move out of South Africa because I'm very close to my family, so I can't see myself like being gone from them for so long again. Yeah, so, and I love my country. I love my country so much. It's just one of the most beautiful places to me, and I feel that the people here are some of the most beautiful people I've ever met. So I don't think I would want to live anywhere else. I'm never closed off to live anywhere else. So if we got that opportunity, we'd probably take it. But yeah, I think South Africa will always be called my home. Chill. So I am going to finish my coffee and just relax and take it easy today. And I just want to say thank you so much for the love and all the support. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe now. I've put in quite a bunch of pictures in this video to give you guys a bit of a visual about me. But like I said, if you do have any more questions, just leave them in the comments. And yeah, I'll answer them as soon as I can. And I love you all so much. Thank you for watching my videos and constantly supporting me.